Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to episode 15 of the FIFA 20 My Player Career. It is September the 27th, 2020 and we're starting off today's episode jumping straight into the action. Now as you know, this is the second season here with Sampdoria. We did pretty well last year. We did qualify for the Champions League. We have already started our European campaign. We do have some more Champions League action in today's episode, taking on Sparta Prague. Hopefully we can get the victory. It will be our first victory if we do manage to do so, because we drew the first game against PSV, if you may remember. We also have Atletico Madrid in our group, so if we can get a win against Sparta Prague, who actually beat Atletico Madrid in the first games of the group stage, it will give us a good advantage going into our game with Atletico in a couple of weeks' time. But let's concentrate on here and now. We've started off the league very, very brightly, hoping for some silverware this season, of course, and so far in the league we are unbeaten. And so the perfect start, and not just unbeaten, but we've actually won every game as well in the league. So long may that continue. We're hoping for a victory at the start of today's episode. We do have 3 games to cover as always. As I mentioned, one of those will be Champions League, and then I think the other one, as well as this one, is the league. So fingers crossed we can win all 3. I also remember from the last episode, Kai cannot use skill moves because he's lost every single skill move that he had, and so all the skill stars, they have all gone. It's a huge glitch, kind of game breaking, but we're trying to work with it. We're trying to make it not cost us too much, but obviously Kai can't even do a simple ball roll anymore because he has 0 skill stars. So it is going to be a bit of an issue. And we're just going to have to try and use our pace more, try and position our player better, so we don't have to use as many skill moves, because we can't use any skill moves. So like I said, better positioning, use his pace past the defenders, and then hopefully we can still get in on the goals. Now our goal target for the season in the league was 20. Last season we managed to get 14 goals after giving ourselves a target of 15. So we just fell short last season, but now that obviously Kai's stats and attributes are much higher than they were at the start of last season, we decided to raise that target up to 20 goals. But now with us having no skill stars, I don't know whether to put it back down to 15. We should be able to still get in on the goals. So I think I will keep it as 20. We can still get the assists as we've just done there. Look, just under an hour gone, and it is Sampdoria then who take the lead, and it is Plata who gets the opening goal of the match. Kai with the assist. That's going to bump him up into the 8s maybe. We'll have a look at his match rating in just a second once they've finished celebrating. But there you go, 1-0 for Sampdoria. Good little play. As I said, better positioning from Kai. Use a bit of pace, and that will hopefully get him in to the positions where he can just lay it off to his teammate or bang it into the back of the net himself. But Gonzalo Plata, that's his 3rd league goal of the season, and I'm sure he's going to be important for us if we are going to be going on a title challenge this season. Not sure where Juventus stand. Obviously they did win the Serie A title last season. We'll have to wait and see. We will have a look actually at the league table at the end of today's episode, so we'll see where Juventus stand. If we manage to win this game and the next league game, then obviously that's going to give us, I think, 7 wins out of 7. Could be 8 out of 8. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see how many games we've played. But there's a good chance for Sampdoria to double their lead. I don't know if you noticed there as well in the top right, it did say that Kai is currently sitting on an 8.7 match rating. There you go, it's popped up again, 8.7. So after getting that assist, he's having a cracking game, isn't he? We're trying to double our lead here, but that is high and wide, and in fact it goes behind for a corner. So just over 20 minutes remaining away from home. Sampdoria are looking good, and that one headed over the crossbar. And unlucky, at least we are having the chances at least. We've got a minute or so remaining. Let's see how many minutes of added time are added on. It's going to be 3 minutes. Maybe one last chance here then for Sampdoria. Kai needs to use his pace. He plays it forward, and there's support there as well. Lays it off. Oh, too much. He played the through ball. He just needed to pass it. Otherwise, Kai would have been in there for Sampdoria's second. But there blows the final whistle then, and it is Sampdoria who are going to be taking home the 3 points with them. So let's jump into some Champions League action then. And this is game day 2 or match day 2 of the group stages, and we drew the first game. As I mentioned earlier, we drew against PSV. We do have Atletico in our group as well, so let's try and get the win against Sparta Prague. Also, that I mentioned earlier, Sparta Prague actually beat Atletico Madrid, so a bit of a surprise result there. If we can get the job done today against Sparta Prague, that will give us a huge advantage, especially if we do manage to get something out of that Atletico game. It's going to be tough though. This one is going to be tough as well. Remember, Kai can't use his skills. He's going all the way through and his shot was blocked. Still waiting for his first European goal of his career. He's scored plenty in the league, but now he's going to try and turn that into some decent form in Europe. He wants to be the best in Europe, of course, get the best awards or the Ballon d'Or, whatever you want to call it these days. And here's a chance for Sampdoria. The goalkeeper makes a save. And Sampdoria going to keep possession. Kai needs to chase that one. He's currently on a yellow card. I just noticed that. 10 minutes into the second half. Still waiting for the first goal. Sampdoria are at home, so it's nice to have Champions League football here at Sampdoria Stadium in front of our home support. And no better way to get our first win as well. So come on, boys, let's try and get this one through. Look, we're so limited with not being able to use any skill moves. A little bit of a turn there. Not really very skillful there, was it? Kai trying to go all the way through here. He's been taken down just outside the area by Sasek, or Sasek, however you want to pronounce his name. Not really good with foreign names, to be honest, but he does pick up a yellow card, number 16 there for Sparta Prague. Mikhail Sasek, he gets a yellow card. He's got to be careful then for the rest of the match. Went straight through Kai, as you can see there. Referee blows for it straight away. Actually, let's go for a short one. There is Kai, picks it up, shoots, and there is the opening goal of the game. It took 88.5 minutes, but there he is. He's celebrating with his little funky walk, and it is Sampdoria then who score late on. Kai picks up his first Champions League goal of his career, and surely that is going to be the winning goal as well. Comes short for the free kick, controls it, and boom, straight between the two defenders in the wall. And there we go, 1-0. First Champions League goal for Kai. First of many, hopefully. This could be our last season here with Sampdoria, so I'm sure whoever we'll be going to in the future, they will be in the Champions League as well. So like I said, hopefully it's the first Champions League goal of many to come. We may even stay here after this season, you never really know. We're waiting for the career mode patch by EA, so hopefully that comes soon. I'm hoping it fixed a lot of the career mode issues, bugs and glitches, and then depending on that we may be looking to start a new series. We'll just have to wait and see. EA have not really said much about all the glitches and all the career mode issues which everybody is having right now, or the Premier League bugs with the fixtures, playing 70 odd games a season, so there is quite a lot for EA to go on and fix, as well as the skill move bug as well. So fingers crossed they can get that all done as soon as possible, then we can concentrate on a long series ahead. We do want to hopefully continue on the My Player series as long as possible, whether it's this one or a new one, because I think when the patch is out it won't actually affect this save, unfortunately. Hopefully it does though. Hopefully we can just continue on with the fixes with this series, but wait and see. If we do start a new one though, I will let you guys vote who you want me to be going with. And as I say that, Kai's just gone through and given Sampdoria a 1-goal lead, 22 minutes played, and we are looking good here for 3 wins out of 3 in today's episode. Nicely played through, and as I said, even though he hasn't got skill moves, we're going to be having to use his positioning and his pace if we are going to be getting ourselves in on the goals here and help Sampdoria with this title chase. So let's try and get ourselves a second. Oh, that's nicely played through. Surely he's one-on-one with a keeper. This is going to be a second one. Oh, he's decided to lay it off there to Kai. Kai, it was played a little bit too far there for Kai. Wasn't nicely put into his path. Look at that, a little bit of a heavy touch there from the teammate, and Kai just couldn't get it on target, which is a bit of a shame. 7.7 rating for Kai, even with a goal under his belt as well. And we're jumping into the second half, 7.5, so it's slowly going down his rating, not having the best of second halves as of yet, but a goal or an assist will change all of that. Here he is in possession, waiting for the run, finds his teammate, actually gets the ball back himself. Look at this, can't use any skill moves, so we're just trying to work our way through, and somehow we managed to go through there with the ball. And it is Yankto He's always reliable when we need a goal, Yankto. And a little bit luck there as well for Kai and Yankto, trying to get out of the way through that defence, and he wasn't offside. It is counted. Let's have a look. He plays that one through defender, gets it. Kai puts in another boot. The ball falls kindly to Yankto, and he smashes it in for Sampdoria's second goal of the game. That's his second league goal of the season. Just over 5 minutes remaining, and it is going to be another win for Sampdoria. As I said, we will be looking at the league table at the end of today's episode, which is very, very shortly. So once this game is done, we will take a look, see where we stand, see what points total we're on. I think it is 7 wins out of 7. Thinking about the episodes which we have already played this season, so we are looking really, really good. But we're going to check out where all the other big teams are, and we're hoping that the likes of Juventus, AC Milan, and all those have been dropping points. That's exactly what we need right now. Maybe one last chance here then for Sampdoria. Look at the pace on Kai, needs to cut inside. We've got no skill moves. This is so bad with no skill moves. But there is a final whistle. Sampdoria win 2-0, 3 points in the bag. So let's jump to the league table then. Let's have a look at the Serie A standings. Sampdoria top of the league, only conceded 2 goals, scored 10, so we are scoring more as well. But played 7, won 7, looking good. 5 points clear of Empoli. Juventus down there in 3rd, Napoli in 4th, Roma and Inter as well, mid-table. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you tomorrow in episode 16. Peace.